Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott Coble, Kyle's best man. First off, I'd like to thank Susan and Kyle's parents, Carol, Jim, Lori, and Brian. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I appreciate how much you guys have put in this special day. Really couldn't have done it without you. Brent and Greg, please be on your best behavior. Greg, I'm looking at you. I've known Kyle since first grade, and if I were to tell you we hit it off as best friends right away, I'd be lying. I'm pretty sure he preferred hanging out with his buddies, Ryan and Brad. Up until third grade, that's when Kyle and we'd compete every day in PE, just slugging each other. In fact, one time I checked him and knocked out his tooth. It was in third grade that Kyle and I got on the same basketball team, and that's when Kyle and I really hit it off. And that's when I also learned that I was no match for Kyle on the court. And that's when Kyle's parents really became a second family to me, especially you, Mama Lori. Appreciate everything. The friendship between Brad, Kyle, and I in high school would only strengthen. We were as awkward as teenage boys could be. But somehow we thought we were the coolest kids in school. None of us lacking confidence. We had no problems with the ladies. Which is kind of weird considering Kyle will be 40 next month and is just now getting married. But man, it was fun. I sometimes look back at the experiences we got to share together and it blows my mind. Obviously, winning a basketball state championship together is right there at the top. But Kyle, how about the next year? We lost sectionals. Took your dad's keys to Save-A-Lot, get some pizza and beer, set the alarm off, send an officer, Dan Terry, lights and sirens coming up. He jumps out of the car and I yell, "Kyle, run!" I'll just say, Brian wasn't too thrilled to get that call. A couple years later, I buy a house and you live with me. I sell my house, you buy a house, I live with you. Till I got married. But you decided the single life was for you. To be honest, I'm pretty sure we all thought there was no shot you were ever getting married. But hey, if Uncle Brad can do it, you never know. What the hell? Kyle, Brad, and I still text every week in a group text. Mostly inappropriate stuff. Some things never change. Kyle one day sends me a picture of Susan and asks me if I remember who this is. Tells me he's going on a date with her. All I could think was, I can't wait to tell Tim Shear about this. A couple weeks go by, and my usual back and forth text to Kyle, I ask him if there's going to be another date. I get to hear a story about how much fun they have together. Then he tells me they're going on a bike ride together. He even bought an outfit where he proceeds to send me a picture of himself in a skin-tight shirt and spandex shorts. I'm not even joking. Burned in my memory forever. I beg him, for the love of God, go back inside and change. If you want this to work out, don't show up looking like that. He doesn't listen, meets her, they ride together, and I figure that's that. Nice knowing you, Susan. Then he tells me they're going on another date. And that's when I thought, this might go somewhere. Any woman that can look past that, it must be true love. Weeks turned into months, and Kyle was telling me, this is the one. Well, for shoot's sake, I sure hope so. Grandpa Bill can't hang on much longer looking for a miracle. When Kyle actually popped the question, I couldn't have been more happy for him and Susan. They truly make a great couple. And I know how excited Greg is to have them in the family. When Kyle asked me to be his best man, I was so honored. But I have to be honest, I was equally saddened. I know I shouldn't be your best man. Kyle's little brother Ty should have been. Most of you know Ty passed away about 18 years ago, and he would love nothing more to give a speech at your wedding. It would have been an all-out roast and highly inappropriate. He would have most likely been married 3 times by now and would have had advice of what not to do. I know how much you two loved each other, man. And he would have been so proud of you. I know I am. I won't give you any advice other than don't have 4 kids like me. Right, Bobby? Kyle, Susan, we all love you. Congratulations, and just remember, life's hard, family's weird, and sometimes you need a beer. Toast to the Quickies.